Rhea Ripley to turn heel and join forces with top WWE star after latest events on Raw. Exploring the possibility. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley may be on the verge of a major heel turn, especially after what went down in the latest episode of WWE Raw. The Eradicator teamed up with Sky to take on Julia and Roxanne Perez in a tag team match. The ending of the match sparked more questions than answers, especially about Ripley's next move. Roxanne Perez started on a strong note against Sky in the initial stages of the match. However, things changed quickly after Rhea Ripley tagged in. The action spilled outside the ring, where the Beautiful Madness and the Prodigy teamed up to send Mommy crashing into a ring post. Julia got the upper hand with a dropkick to Sky before Ripley delivered a razor's edge to Perez in the ring. In the final moments, Perez accidentally hit Julia, and Rhea wasted no time in capitalizing on the opening as she hit a riptide on Julia to seal the win for her team. Julia looked frustrated after the loss, and Rhea's quick move to take advantage of the mistake from the heels showed her darker side. With tension rising between Perez and Julia, the Eradicator may use the situation to her benefit. After all, since WrestleMania 41, Ripley and Sky have been at odds with the NXT stars. Now, with her sight likely set on the Women's World title, Rhea might turn heel again and team up with Julia herself. If Rhea does align with Julia, it will flip the current story upside down. The Eradicator knows how to play mind games and shift the balance in her favor. With the Beautiful Madness possibly drifting away from Roxanne, this potential new duo of Mommy and Julia could dominate the women's division. That said, this is speculative at this point. Rhea Ripley missed the May 5th episode of WWE Raw due to her recent visit to Australia. However, she managed to surprise her fans with a rare personal update on Instagram. The Nightmare recently got a new tattoo alongside her family. The Australian thanked the tattoo artist via her IG story, calling the latter an absolute legend and showing her appreciation for making it happen. The post stood out, as Rhea rarely shares anything involving her family, making this a special moment for her followers. May 13, UPI. Former WrestleMania opponents Sky and Rhea Ripley joined forces to take on the duo of Roxanne Perez and Julia in the main event of Raw. Sky is the reigning Women's World Champion who defeated Ripley and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41 in April. Sky and Ripley teamed up Monday to stifle Raw newcomers Perez and Julia as they strive to leave their mark on the main WWE roster. Sky and Ripley, despite their past differences, were able to properly function as a team. Sky was able to land a over-the-moonsault on Julia, but Perez was able to break up the ensuing pinfall. The pivotal moment in the match came after Perez accidentally hit Julia from off the top rope. Ripley then landed a riptide on Julia to pick up the victory. The match was Julia's in-ring debut on Raw. Ripley, as Sky celebrated the victory, couldn't help but look at Sky's Women's World Championship. Also, on Raw, WWE paid tribute to ECW legend Sabu, who recently died at the age of 60. Sabu was a two-time ECW champion, ECW Tag Team Champion, and an ECW World Television Champion who battled the likes of Taz, Ron Van Dam, and the Sandman while in ECW, a notable moment on the May 12th episode of WWE. Raw has led to speculation regarding Rhea Ripley's future ambitions. After successfully teaming with WWE Women's World Champion Sky to defeat Julia and Roxanne Perez, Ripley was observed intently eyeing Sky's championship belt. Despite their current on-screen camaraderie and their victory as a unit, Ripley's focused gaze on the title suggests her desire to reclaim the championship remains strong. This has led to discussions about a potential heel turn for Ripley. Further, theories suggest Ripley could even align with Roxanne Perez, whose recent on-screen partnership with Julia ended after their loss. Such a pairing could see them target Sky and her championship reign. Sky originally won the WWE Women's World Championship from Rhea Ripley following Elimination Chamber 2025. Sky also retained her title against both Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 4. 1.iyo. Sky humbled Rhea Ripley this WrestleMania season. 3 years into her epic run as a merchandise-selling WWE superstar, perhaps Ripley took things slightly for granted. She overlooked the Japanese star who took the Women's World Championship from her on Raw in March. At Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Sky defeated Ripley and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match to retain the belt. Although Ripley has made it perfectly clear that she is not chasing the Women's World title, she has a soft spot for IYO Sky, who has earned her respect. It seems the Eradicator has moved past what happened at WrestleMania 41 and the weeks prior. Ripley exposed herself as a target to Julia and Roxanne Perez when she saved Sky from an attack. She teamed up with the Women's World Champion on Raw this week to defeat Julia and Perez in the show's main event. Now that they have proved to be a successful pair, could a tag team run be in the cards? Whatever the case may be, the fans are loving how Ripley and Sky are able to get along. On X, several po.pie made some interesting comments about the duo. Rio is back in business, it seems. One fan reacted to Ripley's post on X, in which she implied that there is no bad blood between her and Sky. "We love Rio," another fan wrote. "Rio lives on. I'm gonna be on," wrote one fan. While Sky noted on X following Raw that this partnership was a one-off, she admitted to having a good time. Be that as it may, the show closing image was of Rhea Ripley eyeing the Women's World title. This is a match WWE could book on any show within the next month, as there is Saturday night's main event on May 24th and several more Raw episodes before we get to Money in the Bank. But with a compelling story in place, perhaps the company could save it for Money in the Bank. This would give Ripley and Sky enough time to flesh out a story, and Intuit Dome in Los Angeles is a great location to give them the spotlight. Fans are already convinced the Eradicator will turn on the Women's World Champion.